You know, your body has a secret engine. It's an incredibly powerful hidden workhorse that you rely on every single second of every day. And here's the crazy part. You have zero conscious control over it. So today, we're going to go on an inside tour to meet this unsung hero.
Just think about that for a second. It's definitely not the muscle you use to, lift weights or go for a run. This one, it operates completely behind the scenes. It's a true biological autopilot.
That's right. Your body has this built-in autopilot system, a type of muscle that manages countless critical functions without ever needing you to think about it. It is high time we give this unsung hero the spotlight it deserves. So, the answer to our big question. It's smooth muscle. Now, it's one of the three major muscle types. But unlike the skeletal muscles you flex at the gym, this one is the absolute master of involuntary action.
I mean, every time you digest a meal, every time your pupils adjust to the light, and yet even when you get those goosebumps from a sudden chill, that is smooth muscle on the job. It's the quiet engine just humming along, running your entire internal world.
So what makes this muscle so special? Well, its real power lies in its unique design. It is built completely differently from the muscles you consciously control, and that design is perfectly suited for its relentless, lifelong tasks.
Okay, check out this contrast. It's fascinating. Your skeletal muscles, the ones you know, they're striped, they're under your voluntary command, and they're made of these long cylinders. Smooth muscle is basically the polar opposite. No stripes, you can't tell it what to do, and its cells are these tapered, spindle-shaped things, each with just one nucleus. This difference in design perfectly explains their totally different jobs.
Let's zoom in on that blueprint for a second. These cells are tiny. I mean, thousands of times shorter than skeletal fibers. And they don't have that super organized striped structure you see in skeletal muscle. Instead, their power comes from these really crucial anchor points that are scattered all over the cell, which we're about to talk about right now.
So these are the dense bodies we were just talking about. The best way to picture them is as anchors scattered throughout the cell, also attached to its outer membrane. All the little contractile fibers are hooked up to this network. So when those fibers pull, they don't just shorten in one line. They pull on all these anchors, causing the entire cell to kind of squish and scrunch up, exactly like pulling on the ropes of a fishing net.
So this really unique structure leads to a completely different way of contracting. It's not about brute force. It's a super sophisticated chemical process that is both powerful and incredibly efficient. Let's pop the hood and see how it works. You see, in your bicep, there's a protein called troponin that acts as the simple on-off switch for contraction. But get this, smooth muscle cells don't even have troponin. They use an entirely different system, a different molecular key to unlock their power. And that key player is a protein called calmodulin.
Okay, let's just follow this chain reaction. It all kicks off when calcium ions flood into the cell. Those ions then immediately bind to calmodulin, which activates it. This new power couple, the calcium and calmodulin together, then flips the switch on an enzyme called MLC kinase. Think of the kinase as a mechanic. It uses energy to quote-unquote power up the myosin heads, which are the tiny motors of the muscle. And only then, once they're powered up, can these myosin heads grab onto the actin filaments and pull, contracting the entire cell.
So just to be crystal clear, calmodulin is really the star of this whole show. It's the middleman, the sensor. It detects when calcium arrives, and then it kicks off the entire chain reaction that leads to a contraction. Without it, the muscle's engine can't even get started.
And this right here illustrates the genius efficiency of smooth muscle. After it contracts, it can form something called latch bridges. Think about a ratchet wrench that clicks into place and just holds tight without you having to constantly apply pressure. Well, smooth muscle can do the same thing. It maintains tension, what we call muscle tone, for really long periods without burning a ton of energy. And that's absolutely essential for jobs like keeping your arteries partially constricted to maintain blood pressure all day long.
All right, now not all smooth muscle is created equal. Depending on the job it needs to do, it actually organizes itself into two very different kinds of teams.
It can either act like a perfectly synchronized wave, where all the cells contract together as one, or it can operate like a collection of individual motors, each one firing independently for really fine-tuned control.
And this slide lays it out perfectly. The most common type is called single unit. You find it in your gut and your bladder. All its cells are linked up, so when one cell gets the signal to contract, that signal spreads like a wave and they all contract together. Then there's multi-unit muscle, which you find in your airways and your eyes. These cells have no connections. Each fiber gets its very own signal, which allows for much more precise individual control.
So now that we know how it works and how it's organized, let's take a quick tour of the body. You're about to see just how widespread and vital this muscle truly is. It really does have an all-access pass to pretty much every system you've got.
Just look at this list. It's incredible. In your arteries, it's controlling your blood pressure. In your lungs, it's managing airflow. It's pushing food through your digestive tract. It's helping your eyes focus on these very words. And it's even the reason you get goosebumps on your skin. And in the female body, it provides the immense power for uterine contractions during childbirth. Its influence is just everywhere.
Seriously, just think about it for a second. As you're sitting here right now, your smooth muscle is hard at work. It's maintaining your blood pressure, it's digesting your last meal, and it's focusing your eyes on this screen. It is the silent, tireless, and absolutely essential autopilot for your life.
So, we've just pulled back the curtain on one of the body's most amazing hidden systems. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible machinery is working inside of you right now, just waiting to be explored? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.